There's only one race, and that's the human race, okay? Yeah, the UK sound. Rinse selection. Remember, there's only one race, and that's the human race, okay? Rinse selection. Remember, there's only one race, and that's the human race, okay? But remember, there's only one race, and that's the human race, okay? Remember, there's only one race, and that's the human race, okay? Remember, there's only one race, and that's the human race, okay?